Once upon a time, in a village, there lived a young boy named Zico and his father. Zico's father decided to plant a tree near their house, and every day he diligently watered it. Zico would silently watch his father's efforts. One day, curiosity got the better of him, and he asked his father why they were growing the tree. His father explained that trees are like children. In the beginning, they need to be nurtured and cared for, and if they grow well, they provide shade and nourishment in return. As time passed, the tree grew bigger and stronger, finding great satisfaction in fulfilling its purpose. Its branches stretched out like welcoming arms, offering rest to tired birds during their journeys. Abundant and shady leaves provided relief from the scorching sun for animals and humans alike. The tree bore delicious fruits, satisfying the hunger of all beings, and its beautiful flowers brought calmness to those who beheld them. Its roots ran deep, helping to drain excess water from the thirsty earth, while absorbing carbon from the air, contributing to a cleaner environment. The tree lived a contented and fulfilling life, always serving its purpose. Years went by, and the tree continued to devote itself to the well-being of the planet. It didn't waste a single day in its service, losing itself in its duty. It helped and supported, giving without expecting anything in return. The tree stood tall and silent, without seeking recognition for its contributions. Meanwhile, Zico grew up with a different mindset. He became a selfish and greedy person, constantly driven by his insatiable desires. When his desires remained unfulfilled, he would become angry and upset, causing chaos around him. And even when his desires were fulfilled, he quickly developed new ones, trapped in a never-ending cycle of craving. As a result of his angry nature, Zico was abandoned by his friends, family, and eventually, the entire village. He was left alone, homeless, and filled with self-pity. He believed that he had spent his whole life working for others, only to be abandoned in the end. He wandered through the village, loudly cursing the world and feeling used by everyone. In his despair, Zico found himself sitting under the shade of the tree his father had planted. The tree, as always, was blissfully singing in the joy of serving the world. It had lost itself in the joy of giving, providing shelter for birds, sharing its fruits, and offering respite to all. Zico began to cry. The giving tree asked him what was wrong, and Zico responded by pointing out how the world had used and abandoned him. He believed that his purpose in life was to be used by others. From a distance, a Zen master named Nishitsu observed the scene and burst into laughter. He pointed out the irony of life to Rico, an anxious rabbit nearby. The Zen master explained that Zico had lost himself in the heaviness of desire, leading to suffering and an unfulfilled existence. In contrast, the tree had found bliss and fulfillment in selfless giving. Despite being used by the world, both the man and the tree had chosen different paths. Nishitsu emphasized that being used by the world is a wonderful thing, as we all exist to contribute to the greater good. He retreated to his hut, leaving Zico and the tree to contemplate his words. This story teaches us the importance of selflessness and the joy that comes from giving. It reminds us that true fulfillment lies in serving others and finding purpose in our actions. Being used by the world can be a source of happiness and contentment if we embrace the spirit of giving.